Hello, humans and pets. Today is a big day. We're going to be eating Pop-Tarts, but Pop-Tarts apparently can be enjoyed in 3 ways. Straight out of the box package, frozen, or toasted. I like them frozen.
I've never
myself.
had them frozen. He claims they're better than
the advertisements are saying it. So this is Seasonings Fallings Cookie Fails. They're sugar cookies this year. They released the sugar cookies. Apparently they have fails on them. Like, hashtag cookie fail. So it's supposed to be like, here, I'll show you these guys. One of them's a tree, and I think it's falling over. The other guy lost a hand. Hashtag cookie fail. So that's what we're eating today.
So the Christmas tree has been frozen.
It has been frozen.
And the
Cookie Man
I just took out of the toaster.
has been toasted.
And we're gonna eat one plain. So what one do you want to eat first?
Well, it's frozen because it's gonna melt.
All right. And the cookie one's gonna get cold.
Thaw or whatever.
All right. So this is frozen. You don't want to go traditional.
No.
See, as kids, we used to put butter on them. Did you want to eat a plain one too, or no?
Yeah, after.
Okay. So, but because we didn't have all this fancy frosting like you have now.
Okay, let's eat it.
I'm ready.
So
he claims
sugar cookie frozen.
He claims frozen is better. I don't want to give out my information, but I'm gonna give out some information. The reason toasted is always better, the outside of the Pop-Tart to me is always just dry and nasty. Not one cold.
I don't like the texture.
Let me not talk with my mouth full. I'm gonna save a little. Sorry, I dropped something. I don't notice anything different whether it's frozen or not frozen. For the record, it tasted like a Pop-Tart. This is toasted.
So it tastes exactly like the store-bought Circle sugar cookies with the frosting on it.
You get them all the time. I don't usually eat them.
That's what it exactly tastes like, which is good.
It's actually not a bad. It's not a bad Pop-Tart. I will give you that.
Now let's eat hashtag cookie fail. He not only lost an arm, but he also lost a head now.
But I'm not a big fan of the. In here, we got a melting snowman.
Hashtag cookie fail.
Yeah.
Hashtag snowman fail.
Snowman fail.
It's
and here's the traditional
all 10 of
regular. I just want to go. I don't want the toasted one. I want to see the difference between.
Big boy difference.
Where?
It tastes better. Its texture is better.
The frozen one is definitely chewier.
It doesn't have the Pop-Tart taste. Pop-Tarts taste the same, and then they have stuff inside or on. It removes that. You just taste the on or inside.
You're going to try this one. That's nice and toasted. You ready? This is a kid growing up that he didn't want toast with butter. He just liked bread and butter. He didn't want me toasting anything.
Some bread and butters are better than others.
Right. Now on the outside has a nice little crunch. That tastes like an actual cookie. You got the baked flavor on the crust on the outside.
But I don't taste no sugar cookie.
These would have benefited from butter. I think you would have liked butter. Yeah.
I don't want cooked Pop-Tart. I want sugar cookie.
You hear me crunching?
I don't want... See, I like chewy cookies rather than crunchy cookies.
Eat the toasted one again. You know what it almost reminds me of? Very much so. I can't believe you don't like this because it tastes like a marshmallow. When you get this inside, did you eat them? Eat that piece right there. That's the toasted one. You get the toasted marshmallow flavor.
No, you don't.
Try that. I'm telling you.
It.
You don't get a toasted marshmallow.
No. No, I do not. I don't at all. It's gonna be like burnt marshmallow.
It definitely changes the...
And I don't like burnt marshmallow.
When I...
Not eat it, but Just give me marshmallow.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was pulling my leg when he kept saying, eat it frozen, eat it frozen. It really does change the flavor of it,
It
though.
tastes the best.
It changes the flavor.
It does. In my opinion, it's gonna.
I don't think it tastes the best. It's much like when you take like a Reese's peanut butter cup and you eat it plain, or you stick it in the fridge and it gets it a little harder and crunchier. I like it better in the fridge. I'm not gonna. I actually think the Pop-Tart might be better in the freezer too.
Yeah.
But not as good as if you toast it.
I disagree.
See, growing up, I didn't do it this way, but I'm pretty sure my older brother and sister did. We didn't have, and correct me if I'm wrong, you old people like myself, we only had like a couple flavors. I think it was strawberry and it was blueberry, and then they finally came out with apple. But they didn't have all this frosting on the top and stuff, so they would actually turn it over, and my mother would let them smear butter on the back, and they used to do it. But me and butter had a love-hate relationship growing up. Hey, there's one more, you might as well eat it. And with that, because butter didn't agree with me, so I never put it on it.
Xmas wrapping fail.
But as I grew up, I actually sometimes would put butter on it. But again, when Ryan was little, he didn't really care for Pop-Tarts,
toaster strudels.
but we used to get toaster strudels by the dozens. He used to eat them like every day.
And the chocolate cream pie one is the best. But they don't sell it. So
These are actually pretty good.
I like these a lot.
I'm not gonna say I like them a lot, but toasted on the outside, this is the part that always killed me. It's always too dry. And that's all we used to have. We didn't have the frosting. So they used to put butter on it. And you'd actually probably like it with butter on it. This a nice melted butter on the back of it.
Frozen's the best because it's not dry. Toasted is still dry.
No.
I like whatever the best. The frozen one. I like the toasted one and this one almost close, but I like this one a little bit.
Overall, though, Pop-Tart has like 6 billion different flavors now.
And some of my favorites are this one and brown sugar cinnamon, I guess.
I like the brown sugar cinnamon usually,
good.
too. I can't remember the last time I ate a Pop-Tart, probably since I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I don't usually get it. I remember I bought you cookie and cream thinking you would love it, and you didn't like them. You wouldn't eat them.
Those were not good.
I was actually shocked when he came out with a box of Pop-Tarts, because these, again, he's a toaster strudel kid, and I actually had a couple of them to try it, because he used to eat them all the time, and I'm like, how do you like it? But they are a lot better. They're like
and you put it on, and it's a pastry and not a weird cookie.
Oh, yeah, honestly, the toaster strudels are like an upscale version of these.
The thing is I don't even know if this is a cookie. The thing is that toaster strudels have filling inside. This thing seems like it don't have filling.
Yeah.
Well,
this is a sugar cookie. Again, growing up, that's what you had. This is what we didn't have all the fancy stuff. You guys with the toaster strudels, I don't know when they came out with toaster strudels, but we certainly didn't get anything. There wasn't anything going in our freezer growing up that you couldn't feed a family of 6. You know what I mean? So we weren't getting these. You could buy them; they were a dime a dozen.
But they never went in the freezer.
No, nobody would freeze Pop-Tarts. I've never even heard of that until you.
Frozen Pop-Tarts are so good.
Has anyone out there ever froze Pop-Tarts? Does anyone even think about that?
It's on the box now. They put it on the box. They had a whole advertisement.
It says that. Does it really?
Fully baked or ready to eat or heat or freeze or stack.
There you go.
So,
I have no idea.
They did a long time ago. They had a whole advertisement. I believe this was them, where the guy went over to the fridge with the ice maker inside, and he pushed the ice thing, and Pop-Tarts came out.
I don't know. I've never froze a Pop-Tart.
I believe it was the Pop-Tart Bites in that video, which released around the same time.
Right.
And then I don't know who came up with the idea, like, hey, how about we freeze this? It tastes better. But I personally like it a lot.
I thought you were full of it, but I'm not gonna lie. It didn't change the flavor.
It added to it.
It changed the texture. Like, so it did do that.
And toasted changes
what
the
were
flavor
we just going to
and the
do?
texture.
And we froze them all. And then, the cookies. I didn't notice it on the cookies, but you just ate one of the
wafers.
The wafer definitely was different.
The Nutter Butters.
We did the Nutter Butter, so I froze a couple of the wafers to see, and it definitely, I liked it better in the freezer than plain because it made the peanut butter less creamy and more have a firm
texture
texture.
was better.
You ate the chocolate one. Did you like it? Like, I like my Reese's peanut butter cups frozen. I think they're better frozen. I put them in the freezer all the time, and I just think they're better that way because I think it's not as creamy. It gets more of a texture with the. With it, I actually like them that way. But so I will agree with you. I do think, to me, toasted, frozen, plain. Pop-Tarts plain to me were always boring. I don't care what flavor they were because the outside pastry isn't good, and that's the one good thing with the toaster strudel is you have to toast it.
Even the inside isn't.
It's not. No, again, that's why they used to. I told you I think you would like it better if we smeared butter on the bottom of it and toasted it, and then it gets that.
Frozen's
nice
the best.
Flavor.
And the other two I can leave behind.
Yeah. Well, overall, I didn't want you to have to sit through one thing. If you ever wanted to see Pop-Tarts, leave a comment down below, and good God, it'll cost us a fortune.
We're thinking about doing like 10 or a ton of flavors.
I wasn't thinking about it. He was. And I said, I don't...
Use back, like at the beginning.
Yeah, right in the beginning we were thinking of doing it.
We had some good ideas. We also had
We
Jell-O,
figured if something new...
We thought of a little bit before the Sonic pudding. We got it at the same time, I believe, when we got the Sonic puddings.
Well, he's been trying to make me do
those were pretty good. I always think back to that banana one.
No, those weren't
the banana pudding was pretty good.
Those were actually pretty good.
But we bought like a ton of different Jell-O flavors, and we were gonna do them all. But Pop-Tarts, I don't want to eat that many Pop-Tarts because some of the flavors are nasty. So
well, you know, it's just
these were the people who had the Coca-Cola.
The thing is,
the soda ones, like they had root beer Pop-Tarts.
I don't think I would mind doing it. The problem is you can't just buy one. You got to buy like a box of 20, and then now I'm gonna have like 6 billion Pop-Tarts, and I don't eat this stuff. So
it's a good source of 3 B vitamins.
Oh my goodness! So, all right, we'll keep this one nice and short and sweet. I actually think they're very cute. I like the designs on them. Again, they've come a long way
with the toaster strudels.
That this is actually What with the toaster strudels?
That was a good thing with them.
Oh, because I used to draw. I used to write his name, and I used to draw
be able
stuff on him.
It's basically a pastry.
Everyone's had a toaster strudel.
I don't know if they have.
Leave it down below if you've never had it.
It's like a croissant almost that's filled with stuff. Either like chocolate for the Boston cream pie flavor or whatever.
Well, that one is, but they have apple. They have strawberry cream. They have a million flavors of toaster strudel too. If you've never had a toaster strudel,
they have a filling inside of like a croissant. Basically, it's a flat rectangle, kind of like this, but it's a little bit taller, and it comes with this juice that you just squirt in your mouth. It's like a...
He never tells the story true.
Like a gel. But...
It's frosting.
Frosting. But it's like almost a cream cheese frosting in a way. You put it on there, and when you toast it, it melts.
Leave a comment down below if you've never had a toaster strudel.
But you can't get it all out. So you always just eat it at the end.
I've never... I don't know anyone who hasn't had one, but
I don't know
if you've never had one, leave a comment down below and go to the store and get any flavor. Because if you like Pop-Tarts, you'll hate them after you eat toaster strudels. Because I think they're
unless you love Pop-Tarts and you hate toaster strudels.
Oh, I can't see anyone who would do that.
Me either.
Honestly,
they're just loves Pop-Tarts.
It's just a step up. They're so much better than.
It's like the people who say Cheerios are the best.
These are good though.
You know, like boring Cheerios, no honey.
These are good because you can just grab them and go. You can stick them in your bag. You can eat them when you want. You don't have to cook them. They're always better toasted to me, but you like them plain. So you can just
frozen.
You can just eat it.
Not so much plain.
So, but all right, there you go. There is the Pop-Tart fails. I didn't even know they were fails, but when I took them out of the package, I'm like, oh, look at cute little designs.
That's like all 10 holiday fails.
Well, there you go.
They have 10 in here, and I don't know if they have 10. They have 12 toaster pastries in this box. So it's like. So that's what they're called, toaster pastries.
Yeah.
There's 12 toaster pastries. So you hope you get all 10.
There you go.
And then if you get all 10, you can sell it on eBay.
I don't know why he says these things. Why would you do that?
Oh, because you got all 10.
You wouldn't know. Unless you're going to sell open to Pop-Tarts?
Well, that's kind of the issue.
There you go.
It's like when
hey, this one's open to pre-licked. Buy it now.
It's in a way like open like Pokemon cards, right? Hey, I got the shiny Pikachu from the first generation, 85,000 years ago. It sells for like 3K, way more than I think.
I don't know. There
But
you go.
it's like that, like
He's
it's
not
already
gonna let me stop.
opened, but you sell the card after. It's like, I've already licked this sugar cookie, but now you can have it, type of thing.
All right, say thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
There you go.
Subscribe.